the ass whipping that Kaneki took from Jason in this episode. Oh my gosh. This was one of the few times where I was like, I'm kind of glad this censorship is in place, whether it's permanent or temporary until the Blu-rays, because Jesus Christ, he just kept on smash, smash, smash. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna kill this kid. Rule number 1 in Tokyo Ghoul, don't fuck with Jason. So a lot of setup in this week's episode of Tokyo Ghoul, getting to learn a little bit more about certain characters, and overall from the get-go it starts off and you're thinking like, okay, who the fuck is this Banjo dude? We've heard a little bit about him, we've seen a little bit of inklings here or there, but getting more into his character, he's kind of like one of those people that a dog with a loud bark but kind of not too much bite, so to speak, because first of all he was like, where's Rise? And then Toga's like, yo, drink this coffee and shut up, and he's like, okay. So you can definitely see his character is a dog with a large bark but no bite, and I don't want to say no bite because maybe he might kick some major ass. Maybe he's kind of like a Kuwabara type of character where he's like, oh, I don't give a shit, you know, real loud, but at the same time goofy and kind of has like, you know, a funny charm to him, so to speak. But yeah, then Jason comes in and Toka's brother, and he wasn't really getting too into it, so you can definitely see that he's not the strongest dude by far, at the very least from what we can gather based off his character in this episode. And he's also like really loud, but at the same time he has goodness in him, because he even apologizes to Kaneki after trying to punch him and shit. So yeah, he's not that bad of a guy. He actually seems like a pretty decent dude. But Jason and Ayato, when they come in first, oh my gosh, Jason, what he did to Kaneki in this episode, I'm surprised Kaneki's not dead. I mean, the amount of smashing that he did to this dude's face, that's enough to fuck your teeth up, fucking caving your head. I was just like, how is Kaneki not dead? And that also shows exactly why people fear Jason. This is the reason why people don't fuck with Jason, because if you look at this episode, motherfucker was ruthless, strong, and insane. We find out a little bit more of that Suzuya Juto character. I believe that's his name, Suzuya, something like that. At first I thought that that was a chick, then we find out it's a dude, so it's kind of one of those trap type of characters. But we find out that basically this is seemingly a character that's working on the side of good. Very strange voice actor, really enjoying the voice, has a very weird, odd voice to it, but at the same time it's kind of like funny, so it's one of those type of characters. And for some reason that character and his situation for some reason reminds me of Dead Man Wonderland. I don't know why, maybe it's because of the cuts and everything, kind of reminded me of the Wretched Egg or whatnot, but definitely reminds me of Dead Man Wonderland, that character, and at the same time has that weird vibe to him, and it's like, what the fuck is up with this dude? Now maybe I'm overanalyzing it, but when Toka went in for Jason and Ayato jumped in the way and stopped her, you can definitely see that Ayato, he's a confused type of person as far as where he wants to be on the side of good or bad, or wherever that side may be for that matter. But I think more so he wasn't stopping her because like, yo, get away from my master. He was probably stopping her because this is my sister. I don't want her to get fucking annihilated by this monster. So I'm going to pretend and play the role like get away from him. But in actuality, I'm more so saving her. And the fact that they actually get reunited. So seemingly they did know of each other, you know, that they were both alive and whatnot. And they're reunited. And you can see that the brother has some sort of grudge against the father, kind of like talking down about him and whatnot. So I would like to get a little bit more of Toka's backstory. But with the fast pacing that we're doing with this anime, and only a couple more episodes to go, I doubt we're really going to get much of that, which is unfortunate. And again, another huge reason why I'm going into the manga once we finish that 12th episode. A little bit more advancement regarding Amon, and you can definitely see, and I'm glad that it's sticking, the character development that he's obtained from his fight with Kaneki. It's kind of sticking in his mind, and now that he also inherited the power from Mato, he's definitely going to have an upper hand against these people, but it's going to be a fucking all-out war. A huge setup in this episode for an all-out war between the Dobes and this group Aogiri Tree, because there's some monsters. I mean, once again with this whole Rise shit, like, what the fuck is up with Rise where this dude is looking for her, and you could tell that he kind of like had a thing for her when he was about to beat the fuck out of Kaneki over Rise. So yeah, once again, Rise got around. And with Kaneki being kidnapped, the old dude shows up along with Yomo, and they're gonna go out for their search. Now, I'm really starting to think that the old dude, which forgive me, I can't remember his name, but he has probably a lot of power within him, because if he's like, yo, we're setting up the group, we're going out there, while he knows that he's not probably as strong as Jason, you can definitely see at the very least he has a decent amount of power to even attempt to go out there and get Kaneki back. And I'm respecting that. He's like, we're closing down the shop, we're going to war. So it's going to be basically a tri-battle between, you got the Dobes, the fucking, you know, police, the task force, you have Aogiri Tree, and then you have these dudes that are going to go and try to get Kaneki back. So Royal Royal Rumble up in the Bronx, baby. But the twist that threw me off the most was the end of the episode where Sukeyama is back and he never died. I honestly thought that it was a fatal blow. So either that was a mishap on the censorship bit. Basically, they censored it out so we couldn't tell if that was a fatal blow or not. Or it was meant to be that way. So when he does come back, it's a huge surprise. So we got Crazy Hannibal back and he's like, I will be the only one to eat that fucking extra special dish. And with all that being said, good setup episode. Crazy fucking ass whipping from Jason to Kaneki. He just fucking destroyed him. And overall setting up for what's going to be a massive brawl in the next couple episodes of Tokyo Ghoul. And I'm really excited to see how it all goes down. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode though. What did you think about the fucking ass kicking that Kaneki took? What did you think about the setup for this tri-battle? Also, what do you think about that little fucking kid? Well, he's not a little kid. He's actually 19, but he's really weird, the Suzuya guy. What do you think about his role that's going to be played in the next couple episodes? You definitely see the fast pacing because like Nishio barely says a line anymore and like now he's like, oh yeah, I'll join. So you can definitely see the fast pacing taking effect into the story. But again, overall, I'm excited to see what's going to happen and this tri-battle is looking very promising. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that would be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.